Hi, my name is Samantha Chambers, and I am a student at Mid working towards my BSN in nursing. I chose to do the coronavirus pandemic and how it has affected the environment mentally. I was not able to complete my service hours due to it, so I am doing the alternate assignment, but let's go ahead and get started. First off, I just kind of want to talk about who all is being affected by the virus. Number one, our children. They are experiencing a lot of anxiety and depression in ways that they don't understand how to cope. Our kids are used to being able to go to school and play in PE with their friends and play outside for recess and laugh and hear about their friends' weekends and what they have done. So ultimately, it's taking a huge hit on them. It also has affected, all adults. Those who are teachers are also missing their students. The students missing their teachers. Those who are parents, those who are not used to doing the whole homeschooling thing, and having to learn how to adapt to having their kids home and not being able to go to work, and trying to file for the unemployment, and some not having much luck being able to succeed with the unemployment, and those who are out still considered essential workers, and those who are still out trying to work during this time just to be able to provide for their family. The mental health through this pandemic has took a huge hit on a lot of people who previously had depression and mental illnesses such as anxiety and stress disorders. It's hitting them a little bit harder because some of the ways that those with mental illnesses cope is being able to get out and do things, and with everything being closed, we are unable to do that right now. And then some of the effects that you can see are like changes in the eating and sleeping patterns of yourself or your children or your loved ones, not eating right, the worsening of chronic health problems or mental illnesses, fear, not knowing when you're going to be able to see your loved ones, or birthday parties or events, or not being able to have that normal routine back is got a lot of people on edge and worried as well. Some of the other big things are the increased alcohol and tobacco sales. Some of the ways that we can try to explain to others who are struggling with the mental illness, and also our children, is to just kind of talk to them and briefly explain it all to them and answer any questions, be there to support them and reassure them that everybody's taking the right precautions to try to get through this, and that we will get through it one way or another, but limiting exposure and things being closed, and all of that is just a big upkeep, and then trying to continue to be a good role model and be there for those who are struggling and hurting in this time. Some ways that we're keeping in close contact with family without being able to physically see them does make a big difference. There's telephone, emails. Have your kids drawing a letter. I mean, even as adults, if you get stressed, sometimes coloring, they say, will help. All of that will help kind of ease some of that depression and be able to help you to be able to vent. Another thing that we have noticed, big climb in it, is domestic rates. They're at a 90% high right now, and even though not everybody in your household is home all the time, you may still have some who are essential and still working. It does have a huge impact with the amount of time that you're spending together. And then, as I mentioned before, they are seeing a high with the alcohol sales, that they've rose by 55% since last late March. And it's just been a high demand, and this is another factor that people who struggle with depression and mental illness, they usually turn to alcohol and nicotine and sometimes domestic drugs to try to cope, and just wanting people to know that there are other ways to get through is very important. So if you know somebody who is struggling with this kind of depression or anxiety through these hard times, just take the time to reach out. It really will make a big difference. Thank you for watching.